Welcome humans, how's it going? And today we have honestly still a great goodie. We have Piece of Powder episode 0, Something So Stupid. Before I get to this, Ko, can you give us a warning of this episode might destroy your heart guts? Because even though I don't have any, I felt it in my goo. This was, not to make it sound mean, but it was still damn pretty hurtful, and I gotta give it to the VAs behind this. So Megan was a really solid character with the VA. Powder. Just like episode 1, episode 2, episode 0, that was a genuine, I know they're working with the script and the reading, but man, that was real. I really thought she was crying, and I couldn't help but actually start to almost shed a tear, I'm not gonna lie.
It's enough to make a grown man cry. But not this man. Get back in there, Tia.
As you couldn't tell from the beginning, there's already some spoilers there. But if you haven't seen it, please go watch it now. With that being said, let's get to it. Episode 0, what did I think of it? I think it's still fantastic. Bloody great. The animation is still fluffy, warm, deceptively evil, bringing you in, giving you a nice blankie before punching you in the gut and telling you why you're crying. With emotion, if you will. The characters that we get introduced, Megan and more of Powder, still feel damn organic, nice and to the ground. The way they react, honestly, it feels completely genuine to me. Love it. The pacing, honestly, still really good. No complaints on that portion. What's the main point, and why am I taking a minute to talk a little bit more on episode 0? Well, it's the dang emotional impact. This show, it still doesn't shy away from saying, oh, you remember the first one? Well, let's take that up and put it to 20 and tell me how you feel. Because we follow Megan, we follow Powder. We see them very early on in the year 6, and they're still pretty much good friends. They're good buddies. You know, nice. But then we get the time skip. We see and understand in their dynamic where Powder is kind of the introvert. She's the one who is kind of to herself. You know, the kids who sit in the back of the class, you know, hey, just like me. But she has Megan, and the one thing you notice right off the bat is Megan is more outgoing. Megan has friends. Megan has a bit of maturity coming into her, while Powder, in contrast, is kind of still in the same spot. She's not growing as fast, she's a little bit slower to it, and she keeps to herself quite a lot. This is where we start seeing the cracks come in slowly but surely. They do hang out, they watch movies and shows, and in one of these future hangouts, which we see happen, Powder kind of self-invites herself to one of their movies. Megan is like, okay, I guess, if you want to come. And now we start seeing Powder into her, I want you to want me to go with you head talk.
I want you to want me to.
We start seeing the doubt starting to spring up. We're starting to see that there's this insecurity still looming in her. Movie day comes. She doesn't clarify what's going on with the movie per se. You know, she says, I'll be there at 2:30 to Megan, and they leave it at that. She gets stood up, if you will. 2 hours waiting. That sucks. And we see Megan honestly just blow up on her. Powder is equally mad. She's telling her, why'd you leave me? You know, you have to say you're sorry. This isn't right. And Megan doesn't care. We see Megan just flat out tell her, this is nothing. Why are you mad? Whatever. You're suffocating every XYZ. And we see the friendship just fall apart. That sucks. Some humans may never feel a breakup like that, or you lose a really good friend. I've lost a handful. Honestly, it always sucks. It always will. It will sting one way or another, or you might just explode. This is Powder's story, and we see her go through this. And ow, the moment of her driving back home with her mom, where you dole everything out, the white noise comes in, people are talking to you, or the TV's on, and you don't even know what's going on. You're just lost to yourself.
I never got to experience these sorts of things when I grew up because I was a huge introvert. So I don't want you to be the same way. Oh yeah, I stopped by the store and got some of the candies you like.
Are you hungry? What you want me to cook tonight?
I'm good.
Okay, yeah, sure. But what about for later?
I don't know. I'm not hungry, okay? You don't have to cook.
Her mom's trying to help her out getting food. Again, she just says, I'm fine. And then we see the meat and potatoes of, honestly, in my opinion, one of the best ways to just show a breakdown so far that I've seen in indie animation. Even though, again, the show is showing you this heartwarming, fluffy. And then we have a moment like this. Aside from the fight, we see Powder break down. She bawls her eyes out. You name it. She's banging her head on the floor. And I feel for her. I really do. That was pretty hard to watch. And I don't mean that in a cringe way. I mean in a genuine, like, I've been there. And to see her and feel this almost, that was so well done. And Cole, Powder, Megan, the gang, all of you guys deserve a big round of applause. Powder especially, the person behind the voice, great job. And I really mean that in a, I guess in the bittersweet way, because you had me almost. You really did. The montage after her breakdown was nice to see her pull herself back together, even though she did bigger with her mom. It's good to see her getting back to herself. And, you know, in a nice little bow, it ties into episode 1, which, you know, of course. But I guess the whole point of me explaining this section is it's so refreshing, and it still is refreshing to see Piece of Powder just give us a show where it's all about the emotions. It's about the human interactions. We're not watching guns, blasters, funny adult jokes, quips, shenanigan of something to keep you interested, which there's nothing wrong with that. You know, we all love watching our indie shows and they all have their quirks. But Powder is just down to earth, seeing people grow, seeing people go through life, and even the not so pretty parts. So to Code, to the gang, to everybody, this is still fantastic. I'm still loving this. Even though you're going through the heart guts, I commend you all. I really do. If I'm gonna be honest, I think the episode was still basically perfect. I can't fault anything. The VA was fantastic. The characters, everything was just done so damn well. Can't wait to see more. I really enjoy this. Even though it was right there with the feels. But with that being said, if you watch this code, thank you one more time. If you guys saw it and you guys are checking it out, let me know what you guys think down below with episode 1 or 0. And if you want to support them, they do have merch. They have their own little thing going on. Please give it a look. I'll try to link some stuff down below. And yeah, that's it. I'll catch y'all next time.